Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Locum23. You're joining me for Choices of Stories You Play, Freshman Book 1, Chapter 17, the Hartfeld Formal James Edition. The first rays of sun wake you the next morning, slanting through the window and falling across your face. Oh, my eyes. You check your phone and bolt upright as you remember what day it is. Oh, crap, the dance! I still have to figure out who to ask. Which outfits do you wish to view? Why not go with something round? Let's go with a little black dress, actually. This look is perfect. You trudge out of the kitchen to find a fresh pot of coffee on the counter along with a note from Zach, Tyler, and Abby. Breakfast on the roof. Come up and join us. Sounds fun. You pour yourself some coffee and head upstairs to find Zach, Tyler, and Abby eating cereal and looking out at the town of Hartfeld. Good morning, little Miss Heartbreaker. What's the big decision gonna be? Made any progress? What big decision? Seriously, Tyler? You know, I like you, but sometimes you're shockingly out of the loop. Mizumi has to choose someone to take to the Hartfeld Formal tonight, and she's got 3 hotties vying for her affections. Don't remind me. I just want to have some coffee and cereal like a normal person and not have to worry about any of this. It sounds like you haven't made a lot of progress. Maybe we could make a pros and cons list? As much as I'd love to break down Mizumi's suitors into abstract bits of data, I don't think that approach is necessary. Actually, it sounds pretty helpful right now. Don't be ridiculous. You know deep down who you want to ask to the formal. You just have to let yourself realize that. Huh? Just relax and close your eyes. Who's the first person you see? Well, technically, every time we close our eyes, it's Chris. You close your eyes and think back on your memories of fall quarter. Oh, we should go with Chris again. Kidding. You know, if we were to go by his judgment, if the other guys on the football team saw me get tackled by a pretty girl, they never let me forget it. I'm Chris, by the way. Nice to meet you. You know how I said I wanted to get my courage up for something? This is what I needed courage for. Actually, she's my fiancée. You open your eyes and grin at Zach. Well, have you figured it out yet? I have. I finally know who I want to ask to the dance. And finally, James. Fortunately, he was the least popular out of all 3. I was actually surprised by that. James it is. See? That wasn't so hard, was it? I guess not. Says the guy who took an entire book to get together with Brandon. Actually, half a book if you used diamonds, a whole book if you didn't. Now what are we waiting for? Go tell him! On it. I have an idea where he might be. In Professor Vasquez's office, you find James at his laptop, working. Knock knock. Mizumi, what are you doing here? I could ask you the same question. Vasquez didn't need us in today. I needed a quiet place to write. Vasquez isn't around, is he? No, he has an important errand to run today. Why? I just don't think he'll want to see me. Anyway, how's the play? I'm nearly done with the second act. Just give me a minute to wrap this up, and then we'll talk. You walk over to the desk and close James's laptop. Mizumi, what do you... We'll talk now. Damn, woman! You... Well, I mean, I don't know whether to go rare or control freak. What's gotten in you? Wow, you really don't know what today is, do you? Saturday? James would be more like me now. I don't know what day it is. What day is it? Today's the Heartfelt Formal, genius. Ah, I see. And why are you here exactly? James? Just messing with you. So, can I take you to the formal? I suppose I can make myself available. Good to know. That evening, you pick out a dress for the Hartfeld formal. It can't just be any dress. It has to be perfect. Tonight has to be perfect. I wish they would have gave 3 dress options. Oh my god. So we've already bought both these. We went with Kaitlyn the diamond, we went with Chris in the red, the blue is the normal. I want to go with diamond with him. Why it's still telling me to confirm for 25, I don't know. Perfect. I swear I have a bugged app. Someone pointed that out, actually. They were like, you bought a diamond edition the other day, and it didn't take away. And I'm like, I think the Amazon thing is still bugged. I'll talk about it at the end. You arrive at a Hartfeld University's magnificent ballroom on the eastern end of the campus, and meet your date on the front steps. Achievement unlocked. Mr. White! Oh, God. No, we're not thinking about Breaking Bad. James turns as you approach. His mouth hangs open, speechless. Wow, Mizumi, Yes? I can't even find the words. I thought you called yourself a writer. Sometimes some things are just too beautiful to describe. Okay, we'll talk about it at the end. Well, you're off to a good start. I'll work on it throughout the evening. Come on, let's get out of here. I don't want to waste another second. I could be dancing with you. James moves to stand beside you and offers his arm. And you say you don't have the words. As you enter the ballroom with James, Zach runs over to you, a champagne flute in each hand. Sweet deja vu. Oh, did you get his strings? No way, baby! These are all mine. Go get your own. On it. I'll be back in a bit, Mizumi. Don't keep me waiting too long. James grins at you, then sets off for the refreshments table. Damn! Great catch, Mizumi. That's my date you're oogling? Speaking of romance, though, any chance that Brandon will make an appearance tonight? Why don't you ask him yourself? You follow Zach's gaze to see Brandon striding across the dance floor. Hey, Mizumi. Mind if I cut in? Not at all. By the way, Mizumi, thanks. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be here with Brandon if it weren't for you. It was my pleasure. Have fun, you two. As Brandon pulls Zach onto the dance floor, you look around for other familiar faces. Hey, Mizumi! Tyler and Abby dance over to you, holding each other tight. Hey, you two. Where's James? Getting us drinks. Should I be doing it? Is that, the gentlemanly thing to do? If you think I'm letting you out of my sight again, you have another think coming. Works for me. Aw, you two are so adorable. I'm so happy you finally got together. Kaitlyn and I were rooting for you all the way. Have you talked to her today? No, I haven't seen her. Is she here? Yeah, she's somewhere around here, but I don't know if she'll want to talk. You know? I feel like I should say something. I don't want her to be mad at me. Well, I guess you gotta do what you think is right. If you need to talk, you know where to find us. Thanks, guys. Really. No problem, Azumi. You search the dance floor for Kaitlyn and find her dancing with Darren, a big smile on her face. Darren clears his throat as you approach. Kaitlyn turns around, her eyes going wide when she sees you. Hey, Kaitlyn. Oh, hey, Mizumi. Should I give you two some space? No, that's okay. I'm not, mad or anything. Really? Well, obviously I would have liked to be here with you, and I did have something special planned for tonight. But I'm not mad. Friends? Friends. Besides, maybe I'll get you next time. Well, maybe you will. I guess we'll find out. Chris spots you as you walk past and waves you over. Hey, Mizumi. Chris, well, let's go somewhere to talk. All I can say is I'm sorry. I know we've gone the... Let's go. Actually, I've said both. First one was Kaitlyn. Actually, no. No. Yeah, Kaitlyn. I'm thinking of Kaitlyn for the Diamond Edition. This one I did for normal, I think. No need. I don't want a speech or explanation or any of that. I just wish things had been different, that's all. I had pretty big plans for us tonight. Sorry. No worries. Maybe next time? Chris disappears into the crowd. James walks over with your champagne glasses. Everything okay? Everything's good. Dance with me? Of course. James leads you onto the dance floor, where you join your friends. Abby winks at you. I always knew I liked him. You two look great together. Thanks. Looking great, hot stuff. Is he talking about me or you? Hard to say, but I'd like to believe it's both of us. Oh, man. I wonder, just a quick question. I wonder if James is bi at all. Because then, whoever you're not with, you could kind of hook James and, like, Zach up, or Chris and Zach, or Kaitlyn and Zach, or... well, I don't know. It depends on if... I mean, I'm assuming he's gay, but it'd be kind of cool if he was bi, so that way he could have, like, a mate, whoever you're not dating. It'd be kind of cool, you know? You know, Abby and Tyler met that way, so why not? James smiles as he places his hand on your waist, and you sway together to the music. I'm glad you came with me. I know you're not the party type. I am when I'm with the right person. He twirls you around and you laugh. You know, I don't think you really liked me at first. What gave you that idea? The stony stares, the sarcasm, the aloof attitude? It takes me a while to warm up to someone. What changed your mind about me? I suspect you're fishing for compliments. And what if I am? I'd tell you that I knew I liked you when you stood up to Vasquez that very first day. Way back when, I thought it took you a while to warm up to someone. Not you. You're different. James? You dance until the last song plays. On the closing notes, James dips his head, his breath tickling your ear. Maybe we could go somewhere a little more private? Well, I know just the place. Oh? Let's just say the rooftop to my dorm has a wonderful view at night. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go. So, Chris will take you to the roof, Kaitlyn will take you to her bedroom, and you'll take William to the roof. Huh. On the dorm rooftop, James brings out a bottle of champagne and 2 glasses, and sets them on the table near the couch. Champagne? Very classy. I'm a classy guy. James pops open the champagne and pours them in the flutes, handing you one. I propose a toast. Alright, to what? To us? To making the most of college, to the future. To us. Us, huh? I hope that's not too sappy for you. Not at all. I like the sound of it. Me too. Here, here. You clink glasses and sip your champagne. The bubbles light against your tongue. Delicious. The champagne was a great idea. Yeah, I've got another great idea. James sets his glass and yours down and kisses you, leaving you feeling lightheaded and giddy. Champagne does not work that quick and like that. Bill Cosby? Oh my god, alright, no. No. I'm sorry. I just had to. Oh, I've been watching that trial. Finally got, dismissed, but that was even better than champagne. Good. He pushes your hair back to plant kisses down your neck, tugging you closer. You push at his blazer. Here, let me. James shrugs off his jacket while you fumble with his shirt buttons. You are absolutely beautiful. His hands skim down your back, catching the zipper of your dress, drawing it down. Smart. Your dress joins his shirt on the floor of the roof. And incredibly sexy. Have I told you that? You loop your arms around him, sighing as you both sink onto one of the couches. No, but you can remind me any time you want. I can do better. I'll show you. Later you and James roll, so you're both flat on your backs. Breathless, James slips an arm around you, and you pillow your head on his chest. Your heart is racing. Of course it is. It was really nice. You swatted him playfully. Just nice? More than nice. Amazing. That's more like it. James pulls a heavy blanket over from a nearby couch and drops it over you both. Are you comfortable? Very. I don't even want to roll over, much less walk all the way downstairs. Who says we have to leave? We locked the door. But we're on the roof. So? James wraps you in his arms, his face in your hair. Warm and comforting. Stay. Well, when you put it that way, okay. You and James spent the last night of fall quarter together. The next morning, you wake up to find your suite in a flurry of activity as everyone packs for the winter holidays. Morning, Mizumi. How'd last night go? It was nice. Listen, I have to go give Vasquez my latest essay. Don't leave without saying goodbye, okay? Clearly it's okay by her wearing the same outfit from last night. Oh, wait, no. No, it was before the informal, okay. But still, you got it. Surprised they didn't give you, like, an option to change. You step into Vasquez's office and find him at his desk. A large leather-bound book open in front of him. Ah, Mizumi, come in. What do you have for me today? Wordlessly, you hand him the essay you typed up last night after the dance. He reads through it, the harsh lines of his face softening as he nears the end. That was quite moving, Mizumi. Nicely written. With your permission, I'd like to use the last line in my book. Vasquez clears his throat and reads aloud from your essay. Love isn't about your first impressions of spotting someone across a crowded room. It's about really knowing someone and discovering the best parts of them. The parts that they don't even exist. And when you find it, you have to fight for it. Because if you don't, you risk losing everything. Just then, a knock sounds on the door and a young nurse walks backwards into the room, wheeling an IV stand. Vasquez gets over from his desk, clearly agitated. Not now, damn it! What's all this? Nothing. Just forget you saw anything and get out! Are you sick? What's wrong with you? Professor Vasquez fixes you with a steely gaze, and then he shoulders slump. He waves the nurse to leave. Cancer, Mizumi. I have cancer. Oh my god. How long have you known? Does Gabriella know? No, of course not. Does James? No, and you won't tell him. But he has a right to know. They both have a right to know. James absolutely idolizes you. You can't just not tell him something this huge. I wouldn't have told anyone if you hadn't witnessed this. Why do you insist on interfering with my life? Why can't you just let me live out my last days in peace? Because I'm stubborn. I told you from the first day we met. I'm not going anywhere. You may have cancer, but there's a big difference between dying and being dead. You've still got a daughter out there, and soon a grandchild. Did you say grandchild? Nice to know. I can still surprise you. I wonder if it'll be a boy or a girl. Slowly, Vasquez gets up from his chair and looks out the window. Look at that. The first snow of the season. Come on. Grab the professor's hand to pull him outside. Flakes flutter down from the sky, dusting the campus in white. It's beautiful. It is. He reaches out and catches a snowflake in his hand, where it melts against the warmth of his palm. It looks like you're right. I'm not dead yet. I think it's going to be an interesting winter quarter for both of us. For once, you may be right. As snowflakes fill the cloudy sky, you walk back across the quad to the dorms and find all your sweet suit mates playing in the snow. Snowball fight! Oh, you are on. I call Chris. Chris and I are officially on a team. No fair. Chris literally got a scholarship for throwing stuff. Hey, let's talk more dodging, Tyler. Chris whips a snowball at Tyler's sidearm. It explodes against the front of his shirt. You're going to regret that. As you watch your friends running and laughing through the snow, you smile to yourself and wonder what the future holds. It was beautiful! No, so we've officially, this is me closing freshman book 1. It is done. It is over. You have officially been filled in at the finale where we got to do all 3. What I feel about it, I feel Kaitlyn's version was the best. It was the most intimate. It was the most well done. Chris, his was very unique. It felt hurried. It felt, Mr. Wham Bam, thank you ma'am. James's version, far less details, more him being romantic, him caring, him being kind of like motherly in a way when everything was said and done, though you had to use your imagination because it was very lackluster, in details. That's how I feel about that. Also, someone brought up a question about my videos and the diamond things. I don't know. I just know when Amazon had an issue, I went and I bought a diamond pack. It was pretty much one of the largest because, like I said, at the time I was going to give back to the community. So I went and I got one of the largest. There's been times when the diamonds have gone down. I think it was in the middle of this book. Because we had spent 293 on Most Wanted, and then going back and doing a couple different choices, different versions in this. I think it's lowered. I don't know. I'd have to go back and count on the diamonds. I know freshman was a lot more diamonds. Anyhow, we spent. The dress, however, is not taking the diamonds down. I know that because we've bought it. I just don't know why it keeps popping up. As I don't know. Maybe that's one of their things. I don't know. But nonetheless, I think the Amazon thing is still fine. But the diamonds, like I said, will occasionally go down. And then because I've been doing this over time, I'll just buy like a small diamond pack. You know, replenish diamonds. I mean, the only way I can really be sure is if I was to let them drain completely. And I don't want that to happen because then I could be in the middle of the book and it's like, please insert credit card now. And I'm like, oh, let me edit this out. I digress. moving on. All the content for this current week is up. What I'm going to do next is, I think I'm going to jump right into Braidwood Manor. I was really thinking about this the other day when I was coming home. I was like, there's now 4 books of Freshman. There's 3 books of Crown of the Flame. Crown of the Flame, by the way, Season 3. Or Book 3. It's the finale, folks, by the way. It's the finale. It's done. It's over with. They will never revisit Crown of the Flame again. I'm really sad by that. They said they may revisit it maybe in the future. I'm sure that characters and everything will go scattered like Most Wanted. I really wish they do Most Wanted Book 2. I almost feel like I'm halfway tempted to go over to episodes, start writing Book 2 myself. And, I'm about tempted. And, pick up where we left off. And the whole cult thing, and there's a lot of things that they've hinted through Endless Summer and hinted through, everything. And, it's really disappointing that they haven't done Most Wanted Book 2. I promise you. If anything, they could at least fill it out, start it, see how the popularity is, and then if it's bad, do like a Braidwood Manor, just boom, end it after like 6 to 8 chapters, and at least we would have conclusion to who killed what, when, where, and why. I feel like that's in very poor taste that they're not gonna do a Most Wanted Book 2 yet. They keep saying they may, they keep saying they might, they keep saying they won't. You don't know with Pixelberry, but they have confirmed that Book 3 Crown of the Flame is the end. So I'm thinking doing Braidwood, then doing because I don't want to get so exhausted. Like I said, replaying this was deja vu, except for the individual scenes. I don't want to get so exhausted, and then I also don't want to tire you guys out on reading the same, like 60 to 80% of the same book over and over. Though it does increase your speed rating, out loud at least. For me, if I sit here and I was to read the book without speaking, I'd get through it in about 5 minutes. So, with that being said, I think I'm going to scatter it out. Like I said, I'm going to do something fresh, something new. Braidwood Manor will be next. Then I'm going to do alternating between Crown of the Flame Book 1 and Freshman Book 2. That way, when I'm done with Crown of the Flame and Freshman Book 2, when we have to go back through it, I can then do either Rules of Engagement, Endless Summer if it's out by then. These are all things that right now I'm contemplating. But I don't want to do Freshman Book 2, Freshman Book 2, Freshman Book 2, and each version be the Kaitlyn, James, and Chris versions. I don't want to do that, side by side, because, like I said, no one wants to go through all that at the same time. Be nice to do, like one book, then another, then go back to revisit, because Freshman's the only one, really, where we're going to have a bunch of love interests that we go after, and they're completely different, and it edits the whole book. That's the only one that's going to be like this, so keep that in mind. Without further ado, hope you all did enjoy the video. Please like and share. Let me know in the comment section below if you did or didn't like the video. Otherwise, feel free to head down to the description down below. You can follow me on social media. Always up for a good conversation every now and then. Also, if you want to support me and my content at all, please be appreciated. There's a couple links down there in the description for that as well. And until next time, stay well, stay awesome. I'm going to catch you on the next video. Peace.